Welcome to Unwanted Feedback, where we're giving you our thoughts on stuff you didn't even know you need your opinions on.
We're the couple you didn't ask for, giving our unsolicited advice with zero filter.
Every single week. Now, this week, we missed out on Tuesday, but we didn't miss out because we wanted to do a special 4th of July episode. Happy, 4th of July out there.
Ain't nothing happy about it, but
I mean,
do you.
It's 4th of July. What you mean?
Why are we celebrating a country that's based on independence when they act like our people ain't free for real?
Damn. Can we have hot dogs and hamburgers?
You can do that any day of the week.
For real. She went Malcolm X on me real quick. For real.
Catch me August 4th.
August 4th?
That's my real Independence Day.
What's that?
Isn't that Jamaican Independence Day?
Wrong.
Damn.
Yep.
Exposed.
But she had the right idea.
What was it, August 6th?
Yeah.
All right.
Close enough.
2 days off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catch me New Year's Eve.
What's that?
Haitian Independence Day.
Damn, you get your Sujumu?
Sujumu.
Damn, how you spell Jumu?
Joumou.
Joumou?
I made that up. Did it sound good?
I did. I'm about to say, she could have told me that. I'd have been like, yeah. Because I know you how you are. I'm not even going to buy that. You're funny.
What's your favorite thing to eat on the 4th of July?
4th of July?
Like when you get invited to the 4th of July cookout, what you expect to be there?
I would say hot dogs. That's a must.
Yeah,
hot dogs gotta be there. I mean, duh. We gotta have the hot dogs. And then.
So that's one of your top 5.
Are we doing a top 5?
I mean, like your favorite food for 4th of July. Like you go, what do you expect to be there? You talk about hot dogs. Like, okay, everybody has hot dogs.
Macaroni and cheese. But not everybody can make macaroni and cheese. That's what makes it special. So it's like if that one mac and cheese is there, you try it and it's good. Oh yeah, we got us a party. If you get if you go and you get the mac and cheese and tastes like it got dog water. Not that I know what dog water tastes like.
I mean, you said that like you do.
Kobe, that dog water. Then hell nah, because not everybody can make a mac. But there's always that, you can always get that one mac and cheese that hit. But I would say that would be definitely one of the July 4th food dishes. What do you think? What do you say? Give me your top 5. I want to know your top 5. Well, I think you might need to refresh yours.
Why do I need to refresh mine?
Oh, you got yours. You got it.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens when it's like, synced.
Yeah,
it automatically refreshes.
I have to like refresh it every now and then.
Yeah, because you got the old John.
Yeah, dang. Let me have an old one. It worked.
Okay, but that's why you have to refresh it. I don't.
Now only refresh
Any
it.
Hoosers. I say my top 5 lamb chops got to be on there.
Okay. Yo, not everybody could afford lamb chops, but hey, that girl said lamb chops.
I mean, it's a staple where I come from.
Fancy.
Sorry you ain't living up to the luxury, my guy.
Damn.
Crazy, isn't it?
Now, hot dogs and hamburgers, that's
When my grandma make her baked beans.
Well, what she do with it?
Nothing crazy, but they just do come out good. Maybe it's because she puts her love into it. I don't know, but my grandma baked beans for sure. Honestly, I say that's it because, normal barbecue food comes after that. The really only special thing on 4th of July is the lamb chops.
Yeah, so you said lamb chops, your grandma beans.
And that was it.
That's it? That's the only thing you're looking for?
Yeah, because hot dogs and hamburgers are a given.
Yeah, but you can mess up a hamburger. Hot dogs, you can mess up a hot dog because guess why? It's either you do grilled or boiled. Are you a boiled hot dog or a grilled hot dog?
Why are you boiling hot dogs on the 4th of July?
Some people do the quick boil. They trying to just hurry up.
On the 4th of July?
If they don't have a grill, what they going to do? I mean, they can put it on the stove. But some of them, like, if there's a bunch of people and they don't have a grill, or they trying to go somewhere, some people don't think to grill. Some people don't have the options.
Yeah, I don't know who you know, but everybody I know grills on the 4th of July or is going to someone's barbecue. But
then you got to bring something to the table. If you're supposed to bring the hot dogs and you ain't got no grill, then what are you supposed to do?
We not the same person, because if someone invites me to their house for the 4th of July, I'm gonna ask them what they would like me to bring, and if they tell me to bring hot dogs, I'm not going, because You should already have that.
So the host, okay. So I like where you going with that. So you're saying the host should have the hot dogs?
I mean, the host should have the majority of the stuff.
That should be
eat.
Simple.
I mean, I don't know where you came from, but where I come from, my peoples, if we're hosting, we're supplying.
Okay, that's
and if someone does ask what they could bring, dessert.
Yeah.
A side dish. Why am I going to your house and I'm bringing the main meal?
That is true.
That doesn't make any sense to
me. That
is
true. That's like bringing steak to somebody else's house and like they're supposed to be cooking the steak. So like the meats. All right, so then obviously it got to be a grilled hot dog.
I mean, I just don't understand the question. It's just not making sense.
Got you. I got you.
That was like, yeah.
It was a difference between what y'all think. How y'all feel about grilled hot dogs or boiled hot dogs? If y'all see a boiled hot dog or a grilled hot dog, would y'all eat it or not eat it? Basically. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to somebody's house and there's a grilled hot dog, you gonna eat it before you see a boiled one? Or you gonna be like, damn, I prefer a boiled hot dog? It's kind of where I'm leaning in that.
Say it again.
Forget about the hot dog. We don't need to worry about the hot dog because all the hot dogs going to get eaten on 4th of July. Freaking Joey Chestnut is coming back. Now, if y'all don't know who the Joey Chestnut is, every year in, is it Coney Island? Where they do the Nathan's, I think they do the Nathan's hot dog eating contest in Coney Island every year. And last year, Joey Chestnut got banned hating because he partnered with Impossible Foods. So Nathan's themselves, who is basically a plant-based rival of Nathan's, they were like, yeah, I know you're a 16-time champion, but we're going to have to go ahead and suspend you for the year. So literally, he's been a 16-time champion, 41 years old, and they told him last year, yeah, you're barred. So now he makes his return to eating them hot dogs. That's a little sick. The man, his record is 76 hot dogs. 76 hot dogs.
That's disgusting.
So it adds basically to a grand total of 1,219 hot dogs consumed over 19 appearances in the competition. Talk about a glizzy gobbler.
Fire.
The way how they be eating it, the juice and the lemonade, they try to drink it down and all that.
You want to turn this off?
What, you gonna throw up?
Yeah, like for real.
It's a sick thing, but hey, they get a big check. Shout out to Joey Chestnut. I'm gonna have to check it out tomorrow. I hope he win. I might have to put the over on that. I think he might get past 76.
That's good.
But he can have all the hot dogs he want, boiled or grilled.
I don't want no parts in none of that. Watch that on your own time.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not something for me.
For sure.
In the slightest.
When was the last time you did like fireworks as a kid? Like, did your parents ever like buy fireworks or?
Fireworks is illegal in New York, so no.
But meaning like, so I can't go to the store and get fireworks for like the neighborhood?
No, they're illegal.
Damn. So when these people are getting them, because they're
driving to Pennsylvania.
You can't get them in Jersey?
No, it's illegal.
In Jersey too?
Yes.
So both news, so New York and New Jersey. I didn't know that. So that's why you got to educate me. I ain't know.
I mean, I told you that like earlier.
I knew New York.
Week.
It's not about tell me. I didn't know that New Jersey was also.
I mean, I don't know if they're illegal, but you cannot buy fireworks in New Jersey, so I'm sure that they're illegal. Got
you. I ain't know that. I could have sworn in New Jersey you can, but New York is different. But I didn't know that. Both news. I mean, it makes sense because if New Jersey is literally across the water, everybody would just run to Jersey and bring them into New York. So it's easier to just ban that state too. Unless Connecticut, probably could buy it in Connecticut, but Connecticut's right there too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Fireworks, I remember doing it as a kid, but I've seen so many accidents with fireworks. I remember one time, 4th of July, we seen fireworks. They were setting it off, and it flew back towards like the crowd of people, and everyone went to duck in. I must have been like at least in middle school.
There was a firework warehouse that like went on fire, and all of the fireworks were exploding.
So it did the place blow up?
I mean, it didn't blow up, but like it caught on fire because all the fireworks were going off.
Got you.
That happened like recently, like maybe like last week or something. Yeah, crazy.
Wait, it happened recently?
Yeah.
No, that's wild.
Yeah, I want to say it was in like one of the Carolinas.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Be safe out there, y'all boys. I just really hate, the only thing about fireworks is I don't understand why people got to do it on the non-holiday days. Like if it's tomorrow's 4th of July, if tomorrow's 4th of July, why are we doing it on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week?
Because it's summer.
Summer,
And
my ass.
graduation was last week.
Okay, so if we off graduation, so what? You telling me everybody graduating off summer?
You're not off graduation if graduations happened last week Friday and last week Saturday. That means there's graduation parties all week because it's summer.
But we talking next week, Wednesday. Like by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, people still letting off fireworks. Like, why do people got to do that on the days that are not holiday? I feel like that's a stretch. Like, why are we still doing that? You don't get annoyed off that?
No.
I mean, nobody want to hear no booming and rattling in the middle of the night.
That's a reach.
In the middle of the night. That every episode a song has to come to my head. I don't even remember who sings that.
I don't
even know. You don't even know.
I don't even know what song you were singing.
In the middle of the night, and I dream. I don't remember who that is. They play that all the time at work. I hear it every now and then. One of them gala songs. So talk to me. Weekly recap. How was your week? We made a long week.
I feel like when it's a 4-day week, it's always longer because like you miss that. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I feel like it gets longer.
Yeah.
Especially because we're off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is Friday instead of being off on a Monday.
Right.
When you're off on a Monday, I feel like the week goes by fast. When you're off on a Friday, I feel like it lags.
And also because you can't wait till Friday. So you like every day you're like, damn, one day closer.
Yeah. But then like also living here and working in the city, it's summer, aka summer Fridays. Mm-hmm. No one's in the office on Fridays. Mm-hmm. Already, and now you have 4th of July on a Friday. Most people took off this whole week. If not, most people took off today. I'm telling you, bro, we had 5 phone calls in the office today, and 4 out of the 5 of them were one of my bosses.
Other than that, no one's calling.
Or it's spam.
It's busy. It's a week that a lot of the major corporations, they're like, this week there's like no work. Shoot, the pizza spot that I just went to, they off tomorrow. They close tomorrow all the way to Monday. Yeah. Like, what the heck is that?
New York shit. Everybody's going to the Hamptons. Everybody's going to Montauk. Nobody trying to work. We in a different world up here. You feel me? Like, summer in New York is different. It's different. It really is. My boss said, put all the stuff in my, not to me, but like put all the stuff in my car. We leaving out, going out east. Yeah. What? You rented a house in the Hamptons for the summer?
For the summer or for the weekend?
Probably, I think for the summer. So what she does is she has like, I guess, summer items, like plates, cups, whatever, that she packs in like tubs, like containers. Yeah. And then puts them in the office, aka storage. And then every summer she takes those tubs out and brings them to the house. She rents the same house every year.
Oh, shoot. So, like, that's basically like her second home.
Without buying it. Which is retarded.
But that's how oh, man. Then you don't really got to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it during the winter time or pretty much winter time because you have it for the summer.
But this was what I did the math the other day. 13 years ago. Yeah. You rent a house in the Hamptons for a week, it's $10,000. And it's a house like this house without the basement.
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
It was $10,000.
For a week. Talk about 2 months.
Hey, we got to get our money up, not our funny up.
You heard? But it's like, let's just put 10 times. That's not the price anymore. Let's just say that. Yeah, but obviously 10 times 8 weeks, that's $80,000. That's more than half of a down payment for a house in the Hamptons.
So you think like 2025, 13 years later, if it was, how much you said? 10 about
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
For a week.
Like the total would be about how much, roughly? You just said it.
What?
For the summer, how much is it?
About 80,000.
80,000. So then like technically like now it's probably like 96. You think about like 96, 100?
I'm thinking definitely like 130.
Really?
Yeah, for the summer for sure.
Damn.
There's no way, bro. It's too popping out there.
True.
For the people who can afford it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Because everybody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So It's a big town, but it's also small.
True. I might have to slide out to
The white party.
Yeah, you already knew the Michael Rubin party.
I mean, we've been together for almost 9 years. You talked about that party, I think, every single year.
Every July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm like, damn, the Mike Rubin party. And then I will get an invite. We will get an invite. For sure. We gonna end up there. No Diddy.
Did you see that LeBron James hit up Southampton's high school coach to use their gym while he's in the Hamptons this weekend?
I didn't even know he was in. See, everyone's out here low key.
Yeah. What do you mean low key? It's high key. His peoples called the school, like, yo, need a gym, yada, yada, yada. And they had said, like, they've rented the gym out or let NBA players use the gym. Draymond Green has been out there. I think another player, I don't remember his name.
That's fire.
But they didn't know who was coming. So they get everything ready. And the person said, I need a rebounder and someone to run drills with. They're like, all right, cool. Senior at Southampton High shows up, opens the door. Boom. It's LeBron James.
I would have shit myself.
And all he could say was, man, he's just a normal guy.
LeBron?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, LeBron is a normal guy. He's a normal man.
But can you imagine, like, your coach said, yo, there's a player coming to use our gym.
Come with it. Bring it. Bring that A game.
No, not even that. There's a player that's coming to use our gym. He needs somebody. You trying to go? Yeah, I'll go. Probably thinking like it's not LeBron James, but like someone obviously in the NBA to ask to use the gym while school's closed. Oh. But you cannot. I wouldn't have even had the thought that it's LeBron James.
But see, you can't. Hell nah. Because Coach definitely gonna like. Remember, that kid is going to represent Coach. And like, so I'm pretty sure Coach had to let him know, like, listen, it's going to be a high status basketball player.
They didn't tell anybody who it was.
So how do you not freak out that how do you not fan out when you go in there and it's LeBron James?
I mean,
like, come
professionalism, you can't.
A senior in high school? I mean, you walk into a room and Michael Jordan eating dinner, you gonna be like, oh my God, that's Michael Jordan. Much less go to your basketball gym where your coach is like, yo, I need you to, like, if you could, yeah, I could do it. They show up and you walk in and LeBron James, the number one basketball player essentially in the world, number one scorer of all time, like, the LeBron James is in there and you're like, yo, what's up, man? You're going to walk up to him and be like, oh, hey, Mr. James, I'm here to rebound for you.
I mean, but do you think that if he went into the gym mad hype that LeBron would have let him stay?
I don't think he was hype, but it was like when I was like, oh, well, then again, who knows? Because LeBron is a chill guy. So for him to be like, oh, I'm sure he was like, all right, good to see you. All right, let's get to business. And he shook it off because it's like, I'm about to work out with LeBron James, bro.
I feel like it's more so... For me and my perspective, I would think of it as like, I'm going to the gym to represent my school, represent my coach. Obviously, it's someone from the NBA. Yeah. Don't know who. I'm not about to go in there and show out, regardless of who it is. Yeah, I'll have my little kiki after, or when I go to the side, turn my face like, oh shit, but like to his face, nah, I'm not about to be geeked to his face. Yeah, because that's just a bad look. And like, if he were to do that, like LeBron probably would never come back to that gym.
True.
Shout out, Mr.
I mean, if you would, but yeah. No, you're right. I mean, 17 years old, roughly 18 years old, and you get that call. I'm sure he had to turn it off quick, even if he did. But if he didn't, shout out to that kid. But damn, everybody is out here for the weekend. That's crazy. It's crazy you mentioned Diddy too. Nah, Diddy didn't get out.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you mentioned Diddy. We gonna get to Diddy, but that's crazy. Shout out to LeBron out there in the Hamptons. Shout out to the coach at South Hampton. I'm sure he ecstatic. They've done it before, but again,
it was Draymond Green and someone else that like kind of has a big name, but I can't.
I wonder who that was.
I can't picture it right now.
But it ain't.
I want to say it was light skin because it was Draymond and then I think a light skinned person.
Wow. But it wasn't LeBron James. So, damn, they got LeBron to come work out in their gym. That's fire. Mm-hmm. You saw that we talking basketball and basketball, my sports people. Candance Parker done got her jersey retired. I saw that. The LA Sparks retired her number 3 jersey. Yo, I had the biggest crush on Candance Parker when I was in middle school. Like, if y'all remember Candance Parker was it 04 to 08 when she was at Tennessee? Crazy. She not like my wife though. She don't look better than my wife, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Right, baby?
Yep.
Right, baby? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she don't look better than my wife. But anyway, Candance Parker, she got her jersey retired. 2-time champ in college, back-to-back, by the way. Then you got the 3-time champ in the WNBA, 2-time gold champ, retired last year in 2024. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I saw that she retired her jersey. I feel like WNBA don't get no love, bruh, still. And they're slowly getting there, but they get no love. People not interested in women's sports. And I don't know why. It's not exhilarating and exciting, but why do you feel like that? Like when you played lacrosse in high school, you felt like you had people that would come out and watch it versus like when the boys played?
Well, you have to remember, I grew up in the hood.
You love bringing up the hood. Yeah, you did bring.
I love bringing it up, but it makes my point more valid. Nobody in the hood going to lacrosse games.
So even on the man, like.
No, nobody. The only 2 sports that were popular in my school were basketball and soccer. That was it. Women's and men's. That was it. Nobody cared about no other sports in my school, in my district.
But how did they work with like funding with like sports? Like
every year I was in high school, something got cut.
And lacrosse stayed the same for 4 years.
I mean, we never got new uniforms. We all had to put money in towards new uniforms and new like equipment and stuff.
Oh, so y'all didn't really have like a sponsor. Y'all had to like fundraise and do all that stuff. Yeah.
My school, like I said, my school is ghetto as hell. Like, no, that when I was a freshman, they cut golf. When I was a sophomore, they cut tennis.
Yeah.
Like they were cutting things left and right. Like, no. Meanwhile, you have the surrounding districts. All of them have a bowling team and a badminton team and fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but no. Sports, women's sports in general, if you take something like lacrosse that has nowhere to go outside of college, no one's gonna watch it because there's no growth. Yeah. Soccer, I feel like a lot of people love women's soccer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big. That's big in the U.S.
Big in the U.S., especially when we won did we win the Olympics in Brazil?
Brazil, what, 2016?
Yeah, I think it was
Brazil.
Brazil.
2016 Olympics,
actually,
I don't
yes,
really remember that much.
It was because before they went to the Olympics, the women's USA team played at FAU.
Isn't that the old girl with the Hope
Rapinoe?
The purple hair. She had the swoosh over the.
Yeah.
I think she's with Sue Bird. I think she's with Sue Bird,
yeah.
But I think she was a part of that team. I mean, the women's U.S. national team was better than men's for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
You
also got to think like. There's not a lot of women national teams, but come Olympics time, everybody likes to watch the women's. Mm-hmm. Women's gymnastics, women's swimming, women's soccer.
That's true.
I like to watch women's volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. But I feel like if there was more of an end goal,
excuse me,
like something else to go to besides going to college and that's it, I feel like more people would tune in.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of women's professional sports, there's not a lot.
There's only like 2.
Major.
Yeah.
And then everything is more individual or like team, like you and someone else, like volleyball or sand beach, but like those and then you have to be really good based on your college meaning like you probably won like championships or you have a lot of things under your belt in college where your tryouts for national team, it's a little bit, I don't say easier, but you have more of a status than me as a regular old Joe that's jump in the pool for water polo and be like, I'm here for tryouts. You know what I mean?
Oh, for the Olympics?
For Olympics. Because I mean, for like professional sports, there's not a lot of women professional sports, but then there's a lot of Olympic sports. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
You lost me there, dog. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I feel that. I see you look lost. But the WNBA is expanding in the next 3 years, so that's gonna be interesting to see. But I know you got a Reddit story.
Where are they expanding to?
I was just because they are. They're expanding to Cleveland in 2028. You expand into Detroit in 2029. Detroit's getting a team. Suck. You're crazy. And then 2030 Philly. So Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly in the next 3 years are about to rack up teams, and that's crazy. They need to bring. Go ahead.
That's interesting though, because why would they put everything like? Well, I guess Cleveland and Detroit's considered Midwest, but it feels more like it's on the eastern side. Because
so they're about to put like 3. Well, they just put in
Vegas.
Well, they had Aces for roughly about like 5-6 years now. And then they opened up the Golden State Valkyries. They just started that this season. I feel like there's another team that's being introduced next season. But either way, it ain't the Miami Soul. They need to bring back the Miami Soul. How y'all skipping out all these other crazy markets, but Miami not getting no love?
I mean, I feel like Miami's got enough.
They do got enough, but if they have enough throwing a women's NBA, I don't think that'll make a bigger difference. They need someone to fund it. That's basically what it is.
It's probably has to do with like the season schedule and stuff, because you have to remember too, Miami's a big party scene. So they have a lot of festivals down there, Rolling Loud. They have they have an ECDC or some shit like that down there too. Like, but then you also have the F1 down there, like, and now you have Messi in Miami now. Like, it's just too busy to add another thing for people to go to, because they're gonna have to share the stadium with the Heat, and then also that stadium is used for shows and concerts and stuff. They can't. Where are they gonna build another stadium in Miami? Yeah,
because they're and the thing is, their seasons kind of pretty much overlap, because you have during the playoffs is when the women's basketball, and to open up another one would be tough, because they used to be at American Airlines Arena from 2000 to 2002. They were playing at the Heat Stadium, but the only reason why they're no longer around is because financially they weren't making anything. And I feel like, especially around that time, WNBA, all that stuff was declining. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But now it's on the rise again. It's coming up. Maybe, it looks like out of every women's sports, WNBA seems to obviously be the one that's popping up, that's getting big in other cities. But hopefully they can bring back that Miami Soul. I think D-Wade should be the one to sponsor them.
He's on to his nail polish and shit. He not worried about basketball no more.
He could do the WNBA, so he can have a little mix of both worlds.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, I swear, summer for sports suck.
Unless
that's all
it's
it is.
Olympic season.
Exactly. Shout out to baseball.
We have to make our own summer sport. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to join the beach volleyball league.
I could do it. We could do it.
We can. It's on Wednesday nights. We'd miss it.
Yikes. We'll figure it out. So talk to me. You got a Reddit story this week.
I do.
You do. You do got a Reddit story.
I see you was reading ahead.
I see that. We right there. Talk to me. What is your Reddit story this week?
All right. This week's Reddit story, the title is, "Am I the asshole? My sister-in-law and her children moved in with us. Now I'm ready for them to leave."
Oh, damn.
And I picked this story.
Damn.
Because it hits home.
It's home.
All right, y'all. Like the title says, my sister-in-law and her children moved in with me, my wife, our sons, and my father. She was leaving a bad situation and we wanted to help her. But now I feel like it's causing my family to be in a bad situation and my wife and I are on the rocks. Yikes. Her first month here, she helped around the house a lot. But the past few months has been nothing. She sulks in her room, leaving my wife to tend to all of the children while I am at work. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, so it isn't too big of an issue. However, our last child will be starting school this year, and she plans on getting back into the workforce once that happens. However, my sister-in-law ultimately decided my wife would be her main source of childcare once she begins working. My wife doesn't want that, and I don't want that for her. She's been a stay-at-home mom since our oldest was born, and she's ready to get back to work. I think it would help my wife mentally to even start a part-time job and have a life outside of motherhood. We love our nieces and nephews, but my wife didn't work all of these years because childcare would have took her entire check anyway. Now that our children are all school-aged, like we had planned, my wife feels like her dream is gone again. First of all, I'm just going to let you know from jump, if I'm ever going to be a stay-at-home mom, I ain't ever going to not be a stay-at-home mom. You feel me?
What the hell?
All right.
There's no room for stay-at-home moms. Like, you got to be the president of the United States. It's expensive out here. Everybody got to work. What the hell?
We agreed she'd pay a certain amount each month.
Right.
She paid the second month, paid far less the third, and now she says she has nothing for the upcoming month. Mm-hmm. And frankly, I'm tired of footing the bill for a bigger family than our own. We've been as accommodating as possible. Moved children around to make everyone comfortable. Every child has their own bed, but it's crammed. Our children don't have their own rooms anymore. Nothing is their own anymore. Their cousins take over. But I don't know how to approach the situation without being the asshole. Just a few minutes ago, it came out that she's been speaking to a mutual friend of ours, basically trying to vent about my wife and I. That she's
Whoa.
right. That she's tired of the pressure we put on her. But we haven't. We haven't even mentioned anything I've stated in this post. I've basically walk on eggshells in my own home trying to keep the peace. And I don't know what else to do. They have nowhere else to go except maybe a hotel. But even then, if she cannot afford the small portion we asked of her here, I know she cannot afford that.
Mm-hmm. Broke ass.
My dad's too tired. He's not her dad. Oh, my dad's tired too. Sorry. He's not her dad and they've never been close, nor is he close with her children. But he tries to be. He feels bad and like he excludes her children a lot, but he cannot keep up with all of them. Which in turn, she gets mad that we favor my children. I don't. No child is treated differently with my wife and I. If one goes, they all go. Mm-hmm. But my dad is different and has no relation to any of them. So I don't think it's fair of her to hold that onto him. When her children grow with their dad's family, I don't expect my children to go with them. I left a lot out. I tried to be as vague as possible, as I know if she comes across this, she may know who I am. My wife is tired too, but that is her sister and her blood, so she feels badly. She's stuck between trying to keep us happy while tending to everyone else. She agrees with me in every point I've made, but knows it would cause a shift in her entire family dynamic. How can I approach this cautiously without it blowing up and causing my wife to be hurt? Well, buddy, you need a bigger house.
Damn, that's what you're boiling down to? Like, they're gonna have to stay. There's no other option.
You go first. How would you do this? If I had a sister and she had kids and we had kids and we was all living in one house with no basement apartment to escape to.
Yeah.
How you telling my sister Nicolette to get on with herself?
No, I think we would have to have a professional, serious conversation. It has to have I don't want to say a mediator, but kind of like an outsider that we trust that will just not take any side and just have a real ass conversation. Because one, I'm not gonna have you come to the house and we're helping you and assisting with you, and it's family. Like, sometimes you have to do that, but not turn that into now that I'm at your house and we're family, I can just disrespect y'all and just be just rude and not even pay or do anything or try to help. Now, I'm not expecting to pay, but at least try to help. At least clean up the place or make sure that things are put away and clean, or help out in a way where it's you're helping keep things organized and keeping it afloat versus add more stress to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like we'd have to have a serious conversation. Now, when that conversation goes left, because it probably would, I'm gonna lean on you. That's your sister. There's no reason why I don't expect myself to be nah, you're not listening to me. Sorry, Jess, but you gotta go. Nah, can't do that.
I forgot we were talking about my imaginary sister.
Yeah. So that's how I was trying to compare it. I wouldn't have to do it I wouldn't do it that way. I would definitely want to have a serious conversation and then go from there.
But why do people, and I feel like a lot of people feel this way, why do people feel so obligated to tolerate disrespect because it's your family and because it's your blood? Setting boundaries with your family is healthy because it is easily misconstrued that your family can just take advantage.
Yeah.
Without even realizing that they are taking advantage because of the comfortability.
Yeah, I think because of family, you think of family, essentially family is love. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of family, you think of like the people you love, the people that
Riders.
you know what I'm saying? So like when they do that, it hurts you a lot harder than a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like if a stranger does it, it's like like you really don't owe me anything. But from a family standpoint, it's like that's why they always say, you're my blood. People always like to lead with that. You're my blood. Blood could do a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like blood could mean a lot of things.
And you can't get upset over people like setting those boundaries either, even if they are your family, because they're doing it to protect themselves. It has nothing to do with the person that they're trying to set the boundary for.
Yeah.
It's to protect their own mental health. Like I've had to set some boundaries, and maybe it's more like I had to ghost some people in my family because, okay. So, you know, it's just about where you align in life.
Yeah.
You're going to grow. Your opinions are going to change. Your opinions are going to differ from other people's opinions. If that doesn't align with who you are and what you believe in and what you value, you don't owe anybody anything. You have to do what's best for you and the little family that you're making.
That's a fact. I mean, damn. Ooh, the neck hurt.
I'm jealous of that.
Man.
That sounded like it felt fire. Where Jibu at?
Right.
Doc.
For real. Nah, you're absolutely right. But again, like, I guess with family too, is sometimes you don't even want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a kind-hearted person and you want to see them do well, you feel bad. You know what I'm saying? So when they start getting on you or like essentially start hitting you, and you sit there and you just take the brunt of it. You take it and you don't think to fight back because you're like, it's family, like, you know. But that's why sometimes with some family, they go too far and the other one had enough, and then that's when they start battling, and then the disrespect, I feel like what really kicks in is when that family member feels like they're not wrong and then they stop talking to you. Now they run off thinking that, and there's no like, oh, we can't have a conversation. They're not hearing you. They're not trying to listen to anything you got to say because they're so stuck on how they feel, and sometimes you can't reach them.
That's just an emotionally immature person.
Yeah.
Because in order to have a conversation, you need to understand that not everybody's going to think and do things the way that you would think and do things.
That's true.
And if you're not open to other people's perspectives and opinions, then why are we even talking at all?
What are we even talking about?
For real.
What are we talking about?
But at one point, like for this guy and his wife and his family, like at what point does the helping the sister and her family become enabling? Because if she's already hasn't paid a month and a half, or if she only paid a month and a half out of the 3, you're not helping her anymore. You're enabling the behavior by letting her stay.
Yeah. Damn, that's such a tough one. Because you can't throw them out. You can't throw them out.
It's not about, I wouldn't say throwing them out, but if you're at the point where your marriage is on rocks and like it's causing stress all around for your entire family, you need to tell her like, you got 30 days. And if not, I'm calling the police and get the fuck out. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You have to, it's kind of like, in a sense, it's almost like dealing with an addict. Like, enabling them, like giving them money or letting them stay at your house or driving them here, driving them there. It's enabling them.
You have to really just like
cut them
that
off completely.
Cut that, not cut them off, but basically just get serious with them. Like, no, let them know, like, yo, like I'm being firm about it. I'm being serious. When you say cut them off,
you have to.
But cut them off meaning like you don't talk to them ever again.
No.
What do you mean by cut them off?
Cut them off like, okay, so with addicts, like if they're just going to keep asking you for random things, you have to cut off all communications until they're better.
Yeah.
And when they get sober or when they're in rehab, and then you reconnect and you little by little like give and give and give until you can fully trust them again. In this situation, it's very similar because they're staying in the same house.
Yeah.
Yo, you got 30 days or you need to go. And that's it. And then until she gets her life back together, it won't be until that point where she realizes what she did. If she's that type of person, some people really just don't understand, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it'll come to a point where she'll realize what she did, and then she'll be able to come back and apologize. Yeah. And then that's when you could or communicate with them again.
Yeah.
But in order to stop enabling a person, you have to cut all communication with them, because they're just going to keep thinking. That's like if you lend somebody money. Yeah. You give them money one time, they'll keep coming back and asking you. Once you tell them, stop asking me for money, guess what?
Now they upset.
They're going to stop asking you for money.
Yeah. And now they're going to be upset too. Because they're going to feel like,
that's their business.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, they going to feel like, damn, like, why you not giving me money like no more? And they don't respect the fact that all the time, or what, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at it as every time they ask, they need or must have.
The craziest part of this whole thing is that he said he feels like he's walking on eggshells in his own home. And that's crazy.
Yeah, you should never feel like that in your own home.
Have you ever felt like that with a guest?
With a guest? Like someone that came through and like stayed?
Yeah.
No, I never felt like I walked on eggshells. I mean, there's time that, like, living wise, we've definitely had a roommate before. I can't even say roommates, but we had a roommate before where I could say similar things of that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, with walking on eggshells, but never really had it more than that. I feel like after I identified that we were walking on eggshells, that was just enough for me to be like, yeah, I think we just need to be by ourselves. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So that I for sure.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. I don't have any would you rather questions this week because
oh my God, what?
We're gonna do something different.
What are we doing?
We're gonna do the name game.
All right.
But we're gonna do it differently. We're not gonna use a name. Okay. We're just gonna use a word.
All right.
So the word that we're gonna use is fun.
Fun. All right.
Man, I kind of forgot how the game works. You gotta put like the loading sign on my head right now.
Yeah, this girl came. All right, go ahead.
Loading. We might have to just do the names. We might just have to do the names.
So how does this work? I don't see that on here.
The name game? Okay, so the name that we're gonna use is I have to think of someone's name, so you have to give me a minute because it's hard for me sometimes. Meredith Grey.
Got you. Out of all people, Meredith Grey. All right.
I was trying to do it fast. Meredith chills with cows now. That's Meredith Hay.
Oh, you're bringing back that game? Damn, I'm not even thinking like. All right.
We don't have to play.
So wait.
If you don't
so
want to.
the name has to rhyme. So basically, the name has to rhyme with the last word of the sentence.
The last name of the person has to rhyme with the last word of your sentence, and you cannot repeat a word.
So basically, like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks loves
Robin because he's Robin Banks.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even like, okay, you go on. Let's do Will Smith. Will Smith had beef with Chris, almost made him jump off the Western Cliff. Is that how it works? I don't think there's no Western Cliff.
And that was way too long.
Yeah, see? I already lost the damn thing. Dang, I haven't played that in a long time.
But it's we pick one name and we both go back and forth with the one name.
Oh, to see who can't. There we go.
That's why I said Meredith Grey.
Gotcha. No, but I'm saying I forgot. That's how the rules. We're going through the rules with the listeners. Remember, they're listening, so they want to know how this game works. Mm-hmm. So go ahead. You started off. You said Meredith Grey.
Well, no, now I have to choose a different name, I feel like.
Choose a different name.
Tom Brady. You go first.
Tom Brady. Tom likes to deflate balls. That's Tom Shady.
He is shady as fuck, though. Okay.
I mean, that was a shot at my favorite quarterback, but no.
Tom single now. Never mind. That wouldn't have worked. That's Tom Lady.
Damn.
Because it wouldn't have made any sense. It has to make sense, too.
Tom Brady. Tom is single now because the yoga instructor has Tom's lady. There we go. Bars.
But it's too long.
Too long. All right.
You're all right. I think we should scratch the game because you're not it.
The name game. I haven't played it in a long time. Our friends Chano and Mimi, they put us onto that game, and we were playing for hours that night. Funny. Mm-hmm. Damn, we got to come back to that game now. It's been a while. So listener drop-ins, all right? Listeners.
We need y'all to drop in.
We need y'all to drop in. I see y'all in the comments on TikTok, on Instagram. Y'all responding to the videos, and I love it. I love that y'all entertained. Y'all love the journey that we're going through. You know, this episode 14. Y'all been sticking with us for so long, but y'all engaged. Gotta get in the listener drop in. We gotta hear those stories, or definitely, like Jess said, a week or two. We giving y'all some time, but next week, best believe, episode 15, we coming with some stories. I'm bringing up some high school stuff. I'm sure Jess know a couple of things.
I said my one and only.
That was your one and only? Now,
I was a nerd. What do you want from me?
She was in the crib, y'all boys. But we definitely, I got stories for days. And y'all know I do. So best believe those stories will be coming. But if not, check the link in the bio. We have all that listeners drop in the forum. Right, babe?
You're the worst storyteller.
What you mean? The worst storyteller?
Yeah.
Like the one time that my teacher had the porn on his computer? That was a great story. What the hell?
It's a great story, but you're not a good storyteller.
Man, I could tell a story like Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss.
We're gonna run back the challenge again, you guys.
Exactly. See? Yeah, I did that on purpose.
No,
I did that on purpose.
That time it was actually not on purpose at all. Hey, but
yo, what?
P. Diddy better be out there this weekend.
Yo, what is going on? Diddy out here breaking charges left and right. But he got acquitted for the major charges that was gonna put him away for life, the racketeering and sex trafficking. They had that man in a sketch photo. First of all, the sketch artist. I need them to get to the front of the congregation. What the hell kind of photos is that? Is that what Diddy looking like right now? You see what he look like? He looked like a black.
We know he's black.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers. He got the whole sweater get up. He got the whole like.
I don't know who Mr. Rogers is.
Oh my gosh. That was a childhood Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Never watched Mr. Rogers?
I mean, no.
Classic. Mr. Rogers. Damn, bruh. Well, then again, I ain't have cable. You had cable, so I'm pretty sure you named something that I didn't have.
And you're older than me.
Damn. By what, 2 years?
I mean, it's enough.
Who won't know?
What if your thing got canceled in 95 and you was watching reruns because you ain't had cable?
So I was watching reruns when you would be watching reruns, would it? Or by the time you become a kid to watch it, you're not watching that as other things? I guess.
It went over your head, but that's all right. Yeah, I wasn't watching Mr. Rogers. I have no idea what that is at all.
Damn. Well, either way, Diddy, they got him sketched out on these pictures. I don't know what the hell these photos are, but they had him praying. He was happy that he didn't get that life. And more than likely, he gonna get time served. And I wouldn't be surprised if they sent him home on some probation type thing.
Well, they denied it thus far.
They denied the bond for him to jump out last night, but we'll find out in a couple
months
or September. August, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's when his sentencing
was it September?
One of those two. It's a couple months away.
Gotcha.
You talk about he looked different. Yeah, the prison will do that to you.
The stress.
And he's in New York. He's in Rikers.
But he's Diddy, bruh. He's not. I don't know if he's with everybody. I don't think he's not at Rikers. He's at Brooklyn. Rikers is not the only prison. He's in Brooklyn at the detention facility. So he's not at Rikers yet.
Okay.
What, you saw he was in Rikers?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where they hold all the prisoners for that stuff.
Got you. All right. Well, you could definitely look that part up. But I don't know, bro. I feel bad for Cassie, because if she, if and everything she was saying was true, I can only imagine to sit here and hear that trauma, or hear that
Oh, you're right, in Brooklyn.
Yeah, to hear that he's getting off of these things, and yeah, people are gonna say she had her hand in things too, but it's unfortunate that it didn't go in that way. But he's still getting tried for some of those other stuff.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that he's getting off with anything. That's the point of the judicial system. You go to court, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
They showed all the evidence. They made their cases, and they said that he was not guilty. It didn't get thrown out or anything. That's just what the verdict is. That means he's not guilty. There wasn't enough evidence to prove he did it.
So then, that's the thing, though. Everyone always scream out, "Yo, where's the video? Where's the video?" And for years now, for the last couple, some major events that I can remember that had video, it's like, but the angle, or not even so much angle, but we didn't see the beginning of it, and we don't know. There's always these weird switch and stipulations about videos nowadays. Remember back in the day, people say, "Yo, you need a video for proof." You got video for proof, and now they trying to tweak and it's ridiculous. But when he hit her in the hotel, it did all the videos right there, and he got off on that. And I'm confused. That's the thing.
But he got off on sex trafficking. He didn't get off on you got to remember her lawsuit against him for all the shit that he put her through. He settled. He paid her millions of dollars to be quiet. So
him hitting her in that hotel on camera, that was more like a paid off. So that's nothing to do with any of this case.
No, that video was to prove the prostitution and the trafficking. That's what that video was for, because they said that she was in the hotel room doing other shit. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the shit that happened to her, besides the actual criminal charges that he was charged with this time, was settled in court already.
Damn. And the stuff that he's looking at is a maximum of 10. And I don't think he's going to get 10. He probably might get 5, 7. But I really feel like they might hit him with some time served. They're going to take his passport away. He can't go nowhere. He can't do nothing. He just really going to have to sit at the crib.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like even if he does get sentenced to mad years, I feel like him and Trump is boys. He gonna pardon him.
Something, yeah. I don't know, bro. It's just some weird times with Diddy.
You know what's crazy too, though?
What?
I feel like every time the courts try and swing big, they tried it with Young Thug, they tried it with Diddy, they're about to try it with 4PF. I feel like they swing big and miss.
You think 4PF really about to get indicted?
I mean, they've been saying that for years now, since Thug got indicted.
But usually them people don't say nothing. When they come at your house and knock on that door, they already had enough. You don't really hear nothing.
Unless there's a rat.
But in that sense, it would have definitely happened a lot sooner. Once it came out, then it would have been all right, let's start moving in and start getting some people. You know what I'm saying? But
they have to build their case too, though. It might not have been fully finished.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Usually, I mean, there's usually sometimes, or not sometimes, there's rats sometimes, but in those situations, nah, bro, they gonna come do a sweep. When they raid Diddy's house. First of all, they raid Diddy's house, and a lot of the information that they found and did in there, they haven't even put public. But yet he's getting off some of these charges. It's very interesting. When you have money and you have power at anything is possible. Anything is possible.
I mean, shit, you got...
Anything's possible!
That's what I be talking about. So you got Kris Jenner out here looking like she's 35. I mean, money could do a lot of things for you.
Yeah, exactly. So
LeBron got his hairline back. Money could do a lot of things for you.
Money can bring you out of jail. And
Tory Lanez got his hair back. Money could do a lot of things for you. I'm sure it's gone now, though, because prison don't do hair treatments.
Yeah.
And he shot Meg.
We not going into that. Damn. Why? What did that do? Nah, we not doing that. Megan and Tory, that's for another day. That's crazy. How he just catches straight.
I believe it. Because we was talking about money and, men with missing hairlines.
You're crazy. Yeah, that's me. No, that's not really me because my hair's been growing back. Hair. Wow.
I wouldn't say your hairline's growing back, but your hair is growing.
Oh, wow. Nah, that's crazy. But
I'm losing my hair. I'm about to be bald. You still gonna love me if I have alopecia?
for sure. Listen, anything, God forbid, anything happens to you, like that's gonna make me not love you anymore. Hell no. Like, what the hell? Could never do that. Could never do that. Bro, I'm so mad. I literally just left the pizza spot and I was supposed to get gas. And I always tell myself, like, oh, I'll just get gas in the morning is the worst idea. Because how many times you get gas in the morning and you say that and you don't do it?
I mean, lately, I would say not a lot because most of the time when I get the car from you, there is no gas in it and I have to get it.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Yikes. I did that tonight where I was like, I'll just get it in the morning. I can already see I'm going to wake up tomorrow. And then right when I'm about to slide, it's like, damn, I got to stop to get gas. So annoying.
Yeah, that's even more annoying because I have so much to do tomorrow that stopping for gas is not on the list. So thanks.
I mean, I'll get that done. I'll get it done early in the morning.
Yeah, and then we're going to pay 20 cents more of gas over here.
Got you. It's all good. All right. So talk to me.
That's all I have.
Diddy acquitted.
Diddy did it.
Did he or did he not?
I don't know, but I'm hungry.
All right. Well, damn. We did get some pizza, so we got some pizza and pasta. So I know we could go ahead and eat that for our dinner.
Pizza and pasta?
I got pizza and pasta. You just got like a Caesar wrap.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the big bag here.
I'm trying to be healthy, you guys.
Well, we definitely...
I got 3 weddings next year. I'm trying to look fire.
Mm-hmm. You got 3? How many I got 3? 3?
I mean, you're my date.
Which 3 you got?
Brianna's is in July. Yeah. Erica's is in September. And Joseph's is in October.
Oh, true.
And then my birthday's in November. And then Christmas, a.k.a. our wedding anniversary, is in December.
Damn. There's going to be
another busy year for us, y'all boys.
Another busy year. God damn. Well,
we're the couple you didn't ask for, giving our feedback.
Every damn week. You
Tuesdays,
already know that.
Sometimes Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Kobe. He's here because it's over.
Right. And guess what? I ain't really get to talk much about it, but Love Island, I want to fight all of y'all. All of y'all. Because it's what? We need to catch up. We need to catch up. Tonight, we're about to catch up on the episode after everyone.
Hey, don't drop the mustard.
We need to catch up. You feel me?
Word.
For sure. So after the episode, when everybody was calling each other out, we about to catch up on that right now because I already know they went dummy. But this food about to hit with it.
This whole Mean Girl situation really has me pissed. And that's the tea.
I don't think it's Mean Girl. I think that everyone there is definitely playing the money game. I don't think nobody's there for the love.
For sure.
So they're literally just trying to mark people out and kick people out that may be a threat from them getting the money.
You know why?
That's what I'm going down with.
You know what I think? You know why I think it is that way this season?
What?
Because of how successful PPG is. Because of their season. Serena, Janae, and Leah.
Yeah.
I think because of how they're all signed to Fenty. You know that? Like they're Fenty ambassadors and stuff. Mm-hmm. They went to Barbados and met Rihanna. Yeah, I think that's why this season everyone's on for clout chasing. Because they saw how successful they were. Because nobody else from USA seasons were that successful. Like, you don't hear anybody from season 5, and season 5 was the best USA season before season 6.
I don't know why everyone's so gravitated to season 6. Like,
because it was fire.
And I watched it though, but I don't know. I guess because I like the drama, the more of the I guess toxicity in these on these reality TV shows. So this one I'm like locked in, but the other ones like it's not until what's Odell's brother's name? Cordell and Serena. It's not until when Serena snapped on him where it was like, oh, snap. But other than that, it was like it was cute. But I think, like you said, everyone's chasing clout now.
Yeah, because of how successful they are. I mean, they got their own spin-off show. Yeah. Like everybody, that's what everyone's gonna chase from now on.
I don't know. I don't see how, but we'll
y'all
see.
can't beat PPG. Those are my girls. I love them dearly. I don't know them, but I wish I did.
Well,
I'm not pretty enough.
we definitely we gonna. You are more than pretty enough, bruh. Baby, I said, bruh. You more than pretty enough, bruh. Nah, baby. you more. Nah, you're beautiful inside and out. But
That was funny, dog.
Funny as hell. You beautiful, bro. But again, and that's your unwanted feedback for today.
We'll see y'all next time.
For sure. Enjoy y'all 4th. Be safe. Put down the glizzies and
put him down.
Yeah,
put him down.
No, like put up. You know what? All right. You know what? I gotta go. I love y'all. We love y'all.
Kobe just kissed me, dog.
Wow, baby. Later.